I'm standing there realizing that my poems were not stapled in order. So a lot is about to happen. Thank you guys for coming. I'm gonna jump right in because of time. Um, and then I'm gonna read a couple of poems from my book. Um, I also have a book, Elijah.
Show the book. Show the book. The book.
It's a very good book. Let's jump right into it. Oh yes, also I struggled to come up with titles for my poems, so I'll jump into poems with no titles, just please try and keep up. Alright? Long before I was a man, I was a boy. And before that, an animal. I'd bite gently into my fur for relief. I loved myself better then, all bright and warm. My brother opens his hands to show me all the wonder he has gathered. I fold them into fists. I say, hold tight. There is not enough of these to go around. I've been wrong about this my whole life. An animal should be able to open his paws and show you what he found beautiful. A boy should be able to say, look. A boy should not have to apologize for having collected anything. Somewhere inside me, there is a ball of fluff, biting gently, knowing nothing of shame, loving itself in the simple ways it should. I'm trying to get back to that. I don't know if I can. Right order. Also no title. The first girl I danced with smells of plastic. My uncle is cheering from across the room. I'm trying to figure out what my hands are for. The first girl I danced with smells like plastic. I hold her at a distance. I'm the precise geometry of boyhood desire that is mostly performance and partly terror. Rumba, cha-cha-cha. My uncle is still cheering. He would cheer for years. He would cheer me into shapes I have to let or break my way out of. I cannot blame him. He was cheered into shapes too. We are all trying to fill the outline someone else drew around us in the dark. Rumba, cha-cha. I'm still in that room, swaying on the dance floor. I'm still trying to figure out what my hands are for. The girl has gone home. The music has stopped. My uncle is asleep. And now I'm standing in the garden in the cool of the evening, and God is walking toward me. And I do not know yet that I'm naked. And I do not know yet that knowing will cost me everything. Wrong order.
Rumba Cha Cha could be a title.
Rumba Cha-Cha.
Maybe we should do that. You guys should give me titles. Yeah, Rumba Cha-Cha sounds like a good word. Oh, okay. Let's do this one next. So the title is there's a title on this one. The title is gonna bleed into the poem. Can you guys hear me at the back? I keep seeing hands doing this. Okay.
You can stop being sexy.
I'm default setting, bro. So title is also first sentence of the poem, so I'm gonna read the title and get into the poem. No one is writing love poems about me. I say to her, out of nowhere in a crowded bar, before she brings a mouth so close we eat the night. Then I remembered that she had on my favorite t-shirt, black, polyester, 2 sprays of my cologne behind each ear. She glitters gold rings within rings within rings. In the hallway of my apartment building, she pushes me against the wall and proceeds to swallow the night whole. Guys,
Was the topic of the evening sex? Or...
there was no meeting prior to this. Oh, this is one. I'm gonna read a love poem. This one is titled Love Poem at the End of the World. Here, alive with you, I want to write a poem about distraction and begin with, it is okay. I saw the future. I'm tall in it. The bombs keep falling outside. The men in khakis knock on every door. There are questionings and takings to be done. The water in our carafe will not save our bodies anymore. Loneliness is rabid, and walking through walls, I count the chunks of meat in the stairway of my apartment building. They're everywhere. Next page. Oh, no, we're not done, but thank you. But it's the softness of your belly that matters, and my tongue searching for the bergamot under your tongue. Draw the blinds. All they do is remind me that the world keeps opening and closing and ending and ending and ending. Let me end inside you tonight. So many things are bound to time. With you here, I wish to be none of them. My God, I love you. I love you. The world is ending and I love you. My God, my God.
My God.
I really just keep doing that. Okay. Cool. Cool. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is dribbling me.
All the
All right, let's read a poem about fatherhood and manhood. Before that, this is a poem that appeared in 2 months ago on Loic. It was featured there, and I'm really grateful for Loic for publishing this. I like what Mugabe says, publishing this and paying me for it.
Yes.
So they published and they paid me for it. So R59. R59 is a road in South Africa, regional 59. So you get your N1s and N2s, which are the national roads, and then you get the ones that take you home. So this is R59. Paul Simon is on the radio. Paul Simon asks, why am I so soft in the middle now? Paul Simon is in the backseat of your Civic as you speed through regional 59. Paul is on his way to your parents' quaint house. I look behind your large, cheap sunglasses, searching for your freckled eyelid. You sing along to Slip Sliding Away from all the brass instruments in your throat. This is the way it has always been. Honey, we are reaching the end of the world and you still don't know what you are. I don't blame you for wanting to be beautiful. Back then, I loved you for it. Back then, the road would end in a bathroom or a couch where you would want to make love and I would lie. Fatherhood. And am I rushing through this? You guys are very quiet. Did that hurt you? Yeah, I want you to know about your girl stories. You know, don't be like my dad. My dad was a very cold man. We never used to speak about this stuff. But this generation, my generation, we want to know these things, man. I was like, that's not gonna happen. But thank you. It's not. It's a bit too late. So this is edible. It's not related to the story I just told you. Very far. The man outside my window who has until now mistaken me for pouring rain cannot reach me. He's standing on the floor made of birds, itching to scatter. I'm on the second floor in my mother's home, yearning. He mouths, you have your mother's lips and my nose. I do not see it. I see only his perfection, the body of a match too afraid to strike, red, smooth. I press my finger to the glass, tracing him like a wound, trying to map our pain. You never tried, I said to him, almost certain of history, but he calls me honey. He calls me sweetheart. The birds grow restless. The birds stir as if they too have been waiting for an answer. The window exhales, fades into the night. I cup him inside my hands, light as a whisper, leading past the house with its ants and moss, down the road where his country unspooled like thread. He mutters, you do not have my mouth, you have my silence. At the beach outside my mother's window, I kneel in the surf, open my hands. The tide carries him forward and folds him into its blue mouth. I think that's everything from this bunch. I don't normally read from my book in public. Yeah, but the book is turning 5 this year, and I figured, let me read from it. So there's a series of poems in this book that explore what I think my father is. Oh yeah, before I go there, sorry guys, there's one more. Since we're talking about my dad, he can't speak English, so he won't understand any of this. So, if my father were to speak at last, son, I never imagined anything I planted on my way here would grow as tall as you did. Let glory return to God. What is your poetry about? I don't think I understand most of it. Teach me language, son, so I may show you behind the curtains of my life. You say you've let go of love recently. After your mother took you, I looked for God for 20 years. Something in our blood is an ever-spinning compass. I can't tell you how many times I returned to that moment, how many times losing you was a barrel held between my teeth. On your way to Lusaka, you tell me that even termites are building towards heaven. I want you to look for God the same way. I want you to look for home the same way. The poem I'm about to read is actually the first poem I wrote for this collection. It was a finalist for a poetry competition. So I wrote it for the competition, and then I suppose I built a book around it. So this is my father, a quick lesson in silence. My father taught me to be a wielder of silence, a master of body language. He taught me that questions don't always guarantee answers, that sometimes if you're silent enough, the answer will come knocking. In 2001, when my mother left, I didn't know what it all meant. And my father carried on as it did every day. News, food, bed. And somewhere in between, he would call us to gather and pray. My father cried when he prayed. In fact, my brothers and I used to mock him in our room. We did. We were too young to understand that form of therapy. My father taught me to be a wielder of silence. It's better than flinging sounds across the room out of anger. And even more embarrassingly hurt. It's been 15 years since I last saw him, and I still don't know what questions to ask. Lately, I've been on learning silence. I've been scraping off my bones the glue that comes with sighs. This life is getting too loud. This life wants me to answer. And I've been nervous about losing the only thing that makes me my father's son. Oh, okay. I suppose this will be my last poem for the night. Thank you guys for coming. I'm looking forward to hearing what Gabi has in store for us. No pressure, bro. I'm just excited. So I'm gonna read this. This is growing up there. This actually really happened. So the first line is not imagined. The first time I saw a grown man's penis was when Yamakeli ran in a frenzy towards my grandmother's house. It was said that the witches in our neighborhood were jealous of the falsetto that shot out of his throat on Sunday mornings. How does the devil sit in the church? Someone always asked. The answer I remember was something about Job and a gathering in heaven. Maybe the devil belongs here. And just like that, just like on that day, Yamakeli ran screaming something in a strange language. I'd come to know madness and violence too. Like in '97, when the bombs set the sky ablaze and my brother, still a baby, hit the floor. Or when the big-nosed prophet my family invited to snuff out Satan reminded us that we had fingers that could be pointed at each other. Cousins and uncles learned how to kiss with the cold blade of machetes kissing their now bare backs, with the cold blade of mistrust, pressed where reassuring hands should. Or even the night I squeezed my head between my hands, praying for sleep to take me, as growls and clamoring laughter from an exorcism bounced off the living room walls. I've seen enough to write this poem. I have. When the devil ended his stay on my grandmother's roof, I asked Yamakeli what happened on that day. He smiled as if he thought I didn't already know, and said, nothing. Thank you so much. Sir, please take the stage. Please give a warm round of applause to the